Sorry I'm late.
Did you forget to set your alarm clock?
Hello everyone and welcome back to My Nerdy Home. My name is Stephanie. Thank you so much for watching this video. So as we know, Ruby Rose is leaving the Batwoman show. It's not surprising. That show is just going down the tubes. I am probably in the small minority of people who is actually kind of excited for that show. Let me explain, okay? Not this year's crossover, but last year's crossover, we were actually introduced to her character of Kane, and I'm not sure what happened since that crossover, but I thought she did a damn good job. I thought that her acting was on par with like the rest of the CW cast. She was acting alongside, you know, the main characters from the shows Arrow, Flash, and Supergirl, so, you know, she had to really step up her game. This was the first time that we were being introduced to her character and Gotham, so they really had to sell us on the idea of Batwoman during that crossover. And I was like, okay, I was kind of on board. I wanted to see more of Kane. But then we actually got the show, and the show wasn't good. I could see that they wanted Batwoman to replace Arrow just because of the show's dynamic, the way the show is outlined. If you look at Arrow had a bunch of flashbacks of Oliver Queen and his time on the island, or his time being trained, his entire backstory, and how he became the person that we are now following, the Green Arrow. So they tried to take that type of storytelling and apply it to Batwoman, but it didn't work. It was really bad. To me, it felt like since the Arrow show was ending and Batwoman was in its first season, to me it felt like they were trying to replace Arrow with Batwoman, and it just was not working. Unfortunately for Kane, she just wasn't that mysterious of a character. She had a little bit of a backstory, but it was mostly romantically linked to her ex-girlfriend. That's really it. There was no intrigue there like there was with Oliver Queen. So the show really suffered, and not to mention that they did throw in a whole lot of virtue signaling. I know that the CW as a whole, their shows do throw in a lot of that. Batwoman, I gave it a shot. I really tried to watch it. I watched it up to episode 6, I believe, and then I stopped watching. I could not do it anymore. I couldn't watch it. I watched the crossover episode because I was following Crisis on Infinite Earths. Her show was just so bad. It was really bad. Her acting was really bad. You could totally tell that she just did not want to be in the part. So it was not surprising to me that she left the role. So now we come to today. A lot of people speculated that they were just going to replace the character of Kane. They're just going to recast the character of Kane. This would be the first CW show to do this, to recast the main character, but it looks like Batwoman is taking the show in a totally different direction, and I really don't see this helping the show out at all. So this article does come from Bounding Into Comics. This was confirmed by The Hollywood Reporter, so this isn't just, you know, pulled off of some random Reddit. I don't think I'm going to go through the whole article. I just am going to give you just some bits and pieces, but it starts off by saying that when Ruby Rose, shockingly, it really wasn't shockingly, I was not surprised at all, walked away from Batwoman before the second season. The search was on, so it seemed, for the next Kane, but we learned this week the producers, whether they have a spot for Rose or not, aren't going to replace her. They're not going to replace the character of Kane. Entertainment Weekly reported that they are saying goodbye to Batwoman, the original Batwoman, Kane, and moving forward with a whole new character. This is a brand new character, a CW created character, not from the comics, who is set to be the next Batwoman. Now, the next part of the article goes on to describe a casting call for the new lead. The new lead's name is Brian Wilder. And she is described as a female, mid-20s, any ethnicity. She's also likable, messy, a little goofy, and untamed. Sure. The breakdown continues. With no one in her life to keep her on track, Ryan spent years as a drug runner, dodging the GCPD and masking her pain with bad habits. I'm wondering if she does the drugs. Today, reformed and sober, okay, yeah, she does drugs. Ryan lives in a van with her plant. Why does she have a plant? They really make mention of this plant. I'm wondering if this plant is going to have like a large role. Why would they mention a plant? Like, I get it, she lives in a van. that's fine. But the plant? All right, she lives in a van with her plant. A girl who would steal milk from an alley cat and could also kill you with her bare hands. Ryan is the most dangerous type of fighter. Sure, highly skilled and wildly disciplined. I'm wondering what kind of backstory they're going to give her. I mean, she has no one in her life to keep her on track, so clearly there's a backstory there. How in the world is she the most dangerous type of fighter? Where could she have possibly learned that? Oh, an out lesbian, athletic, raw, passionate, fallible, and very much not your stereotypical all-American hero. According to that, they're sticking with the mandate for diversity in Batwoman and the Arrowverse at large. But if we're not going with the character of Kate Kane, if they're not recasting the character of Kate Kane, and they're going with a brand new character named Ryan, why does Ryan also have to be a lesbian? The only reason to do it is to keep your audience, keep that audience that they currently have that is watching for the LGBT representation. So I just don't understand why they didn't cast a new actress to portray Kate Kane. That would have just been the easiest thing to do. The studio and network are firmly committed to Batwoman's second season and long-term future. The long-term future to me really feels like they're desperately trying to replace the Arrow show with Batwoman. That's the initial impression that I got when I first started watching this show. It wasn't as good as the Arrow show. I felt like I was being preached to. The story wasn't very good, so I stopped watching. Cancel the damn show. Let Flash, Barry Allen, Grant Gustin take up the mantle of what Oliver Queen left behind. Along with the show's talented creative team, we look forward to sharing its new direction, including the casting of a new lead actress and member of the LGBTQ community in the coming months. It also says that showrunner Carolyn Dries says that Ryan Wilder is about to become Batwoman, but she's nothing like Kate Kane. So she's not even Batwoman yet. She's about to become Batwoman. I just don't understand how they're going to introduce this character, her backstory. We're getting a brand new, a freaking season 1 of Batwoman. We're starting all over again. There are storylines that aren't finished. Alice, Kate Kane's sister. What's going on there? Because I know that there's a rivalry between the two. Kate Kane is a paragon. She's the paragon of courage. Did that just go away? Is she no longer the paragon of courage? The only thing that I can think of is that, you know, Kate Kane is always talking about Bruce. She's always writing to Bruce. So is she gonna try and go and find Bruce? Is that how they're gonna write her out of the show? That, or she fucking dies. Because there's no other reason. She's the paragon of courage. She can't just quit. I do have an issue. It's not a huge issue. It's more of a gripe. I don't understand why this new Batwoman has to be a lesbian. I know that Kate Kane was a lesbian because that was her character. They made the show all about it, all about her coming out, owning a gay bar. Batwoman came out as a lesbian. If they made that part of Kate Kane's character and identity and Batwoman's character and identity, then that's fine. I just don't understand what that has to do with the new character. Why does the new character also have to be a lesbian? I just don't understand why that is some special criteria in order to be Batwoman. That's it. That's all. It has nothing to do with Batwoman saving the city of Gotham. It has nothing to do with her fighting style. I just don't understand why that is a criteria to be Batwoman. I don't know. Am I being nitpicky? I feel like I'm being nitpicky. Okay, I'm gonna end the video. So that's the news about Ruby Rose quitting the role of Kate Kane, as well as the new character that we're going to be receiving on the Batwoman show, Ryan Wilder. And maybe I'll catch the first episode and see if it's any good. Probably won't be though. I'll probably be disappointed again. I don't know, we'll see. So I really hope you guys enjoyed watching. Please come and say hi on Instagram and Twitter. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up and feel free to share it around if you like. Also, I hope you'll consider subscribing and let me know in those comments down below what kind of videos you'd like to see in the future. Okay, I'll see you guys next time. Bye everyone.